When we talk about the Menhaden fish, and it's such a good source of DPA, you mentioned it's an oily fish, and so most people would think that that's a good source all around of maybe EPA and DHA. Is that the case? Is it a good source of all three of those fatty acids?
What makes the Menhaden fish oil unique is that it has a very balanced ratio of EPA and DHA. This is something that is unique to this type of fish. That's number one. And number two, it has much higher levels of DPA than many other fish oils. So to answer your question, yes, it has high levels of EPA and DHA. They're present in balanced ratios, and in addition to this, they have high levels of DPA that differentiate this oil from many other fish oils.
You mentioned earlier that the Menhaden fish is not one that people eat. Most people don't consume those. Are there good food sources of DPA? Are there other fishes that are better that people typically consume?
Yes, I think there are a few other fish species that do have some levels of DPA. Salmon has some DPA in it, for example. DPA is also present in game meat. You can find it in lamb. You can find it in grass-fed beef. So it's present in a variety of other foods, but again, it's typically present in low levels. You would have to eat a lot of beef to get the amount of DPA you need. But with that amount of DPA, you're also consuming a lot of other nutrients. You're consuming if you are talking about beef, for example, you may be consuming a lot of fats that may not be necessarily good for you, or may not be good for you in the quantities that people typically consume. You may, along with this small quantity of DPA, you will be getting a lot of saturated fat, you will be getting a lot of omega-6 fatty acids, you will be getting a lot of other things that you already have in your diet anyways. And so to answer your question, it's present in a variety of different foods. You just, with that DPA, you will be getting a lot of other things that you may already have enough in your diet.